Okay, we're here in a test world on Mars, and today we're going to talk about these vents. So we have an active vent and we have a passive vent. Active vents are a little bit different than passive vents. Obviously, they're powered and so on, but what's kind of interesting about them is that active vents don't have an internal volume, but passive vents do. So let's look here. We've got pipe, network, and we have world atmosphere. So it's not even registering that as having atmosphere. But if we look over here, we actually see that the passive vent is a pipe network. It's actually got I think 100 liters of volume, and it's actually, there can be air in there. So one interesting thing is that I have these vents halfway into a frame here, and I'm powering this one. So we're actually powering it to vent that room. So it's not actually continuing to put any air into this pipe. So it's actually connected to that side over there, the side with the lights on them. Or the switches on them. That's actually the side that it's pulling the air from. So we've created a vacuum in there, and it's not pulling any more in. Whereas over here, so let's see how this passive vent works. This passive vent is vacuum, just like over there. So it's not actually connected to in here at all. Just to do an extra little test, we're going to cut the wire, but we're not actually venting any air in there. So it's still zero the whole time in there. Nothing actually happens. Of course, I can't turn that off. Now let's look at this vent. What we're going to do is swap it around the other way. Then we'll look at it with our atmospheric analyzer. So there's actually air in there now, but there's no air in the room still. So that means this side over here is somehow connected to the external atmosphere. It no longer has a vacuum in it. Let's swap that around again. And we'll do this way. So what's in there now? It's still outside atmosphere. So it's actually more like it's this corner over here that seems to be connected to the atmosphere. So let's try this. We'll go the other way. If that's true, then that should show a vacuum. Yes, and it does. So it's that corner over there that's actually connected to the outside atmosphere. So it's interesting. Interesting because you can kind of use it in a situation like this where you want access to that, but you actually can control which side of this frame it's actually connected to. Just kind of cool. Interesting to know how they work.